Today I'm at Park Cemetery in Carthage, Missouri, and we're here to visit somebody that you will probably recognize the voice, especially if you grew up in the 60s and 70s, and you'll definitely, when you see a picture of him, you'll probably recognize him too. Well, let's take a look at it. Okay, we're at the grave of Marlin Perkins. And Marlin Perkins was the host of a show called Wild Kingdom. It was funded by an insurance company, and it was called Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And Marlin was really one of the first guys to be involved in a show that was about wildlife, and it just caught the attention of everybody in the 60s and 70s. It actually ran until I think 1988. Now I don't think he was. I think Jim Fowler, his assistant on there, was doing it at that time, because as you can see, he died in '86, and but he and a guy named Jim Fowler would go around and look at different wildlife all over the world. And Marlin was he was a zoo director. He was the director of the zoo in St. Louis, and he kind of put those wildlife shows that so many people like to watch nowadays on the map, and he was kind of a pioneer in that. And if you grew up in the 60s and 70s, you've heard that come on Sunday. I think it was Sunday afternoons when it came on, and it would say Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, and it would have him going to various places looking at wildlife that they would photograph in some pretty spectacular ways for the technology that they had back then. Now I've got to show you something else. We're also going to go look at a statue that's made for Marlin. It's in a park that's just by here. But as I was driving into this, I just happened to see here at the cemetery, right over in this area, I saw the coolest monument, and I just have to take you over there and show it to you. Now this is the monument that I saw as I drove in here. It's a Superman emblem. And I talked to him at the office over there, and this boy, Cody, had some type of disability. I don't know if it was, she couldn't remember if it was MS or muscular dystrophy or something, but his nickname is Codys Superman Sanders. How cool is that he's got the Superman emblem on his gravestone? There's also a picture of Cody. I just think that's really neat. I don't think I've seen a gravestone quite like that. Now this is a park that is in Carthage, Missouri. It's just right across from the fire station, and it's fairly close to the downtown area. But at this park they have a huge bronze statue of Marlin Perkins, and well, this thing is big. And surely you recognize that face. But this is quite the tribute to the guy. I'd say they sure got the image right. It definitely looks like him. I guess this is where he was born and raised, and then spent the majority of his time as, I don't know if it's the majority of his zoological time that he spent working at the St. Louis Zoo, but he spent a good portion of it. So if you're ever in Carthage, come by and and see the statue of Marlin and visit his grave. He's at the Park Cemetery in Carthage, Missouri.